Reef Toker, it's big break time and we're here at Ant's Garage. There's Ant. Say hello, Ant.
Hello, mate.
Alright, we're here at Ant's Garage and we're going to take the wheel off and we're going to make sure, first of all, that the bracket lines up with the caliper mounting. If the bracket doesn't line up with it, it's going to be a no-go. There we go. That's that. Anyway, I will let's take the wheel off and have a look. So much more convenient to have the studs in there, isn't it, rather than them nuts. So at least you can hang the wheel on there and the wheel will take the weight. So this is what we've got to work out. We're going to lose the dust. We're going to lose the dust shield rather than cut it. I'm just going to take it off because the disc is a big disc. What size are these discs on here, Ant?
We have got. You are looking 325, 330.
Right, so they're the OG ones that come out the factory. Got a little bit of a lip on them. They've done 101,000 miles. There we go. Got a little good view in there of the caliper mounting. And there you can see nut number 1. And let's have a look, nut number 2. Right, so we'll let Ant crack them off. And see if the bracket fits, fingers crossed. What mil nut is that, Ant?
Allen keys for the actual caliper sliders.
Okay. Oh, please fit.
All rattling and fucking
Yeah.
up anyway.
It is, isn't it? We'll lose that, won't we? It don't make sense keeping it there, considering what we're doing. I've seen people cut them before. And when you put a big disc on, I think, what are you doing that for? Are we going to clamp that or just let the...
Yeah, well, we're going to keep the caliper on for now.
Yeah, keep it connected.
Make sure that the actual bracket fits.
It's going to fit, right. There we go, ease the pads out and she's off. Right.
Leave that up there, out of the way. I believe there are 18 mils to get that carrier.
Right, so we've got one there. And we've got the other one up there. Oh. Let's have a quick look. Oh yeah, they're gonna line up, man. They're gonna fucking line up.
Let's try them.
Oh,
mate.
excuse my French. No. I always like to keep my videos kid friendly, because you never know, some kid might watch it and be the next.
Yeah, definitely.
You know, spark a bit of an interest that.
That's the one.
Yeah, these studs I put in, I've found it a lot more convenient taking the wheel on and off. I think I paid 60 quid, £69.99 on Temu. I think they're Temu specials, these, but there's nothing wrong with them at all. Nothing wrong with them. Temu got a bit of a bad reputation for cheap and cheerful stuff, but they are getting better and better. They've got UK delivery They got UK warehouse now. Old team, though. But for stuff like this, you're better off spending a lot of money in, because it's your safety. At the end of the day, it's your life when it comes to your brakes. It's like making it go faster. I see plenty of people making their cars go faster and no one worry about stopping. And to be fair, the brakes ain't the... I don't find...
That's alright, walls work well, don't they?
Yeah. Right, I won't bore people with... I'm not going to bore you all with that. I'm just going to cut the video and... It's on low on battery power, and when we...
We'll get the disc off.
When we... Yeah.
And take off the back plate.
Yeah. So we'll be taking that out. I think the studs can stay in, can't they?
They should be able to, mate, yeah.
Oh, I've got a spacer. Have I got a spacer on here? Let me have a look. No. Oh no, I've got spacers on the back.
On the front, was it? It was on the arse.
Yeah. I couldn't have them on the front because of the yeah, it was on full circle. It was rubbing on the arch, which is a bit of a bummer. I would like the M3, but this was the best I could afford for the money I had. Doing it on a budget, and this is how we do it. Give that a whack, and it comes off.
Should be full.
Right.
That's the rattle.
See how that's worn through? Look at that. But it's still doing its job. It's still doing its job. Look, that one's gone as well. Two of them gone.
Yeah.
I'm not...
Binnable item.
Binnable item. Definitely binnable. Like I say, let's get there. Let's show you. These are perfect. These are perfect fit. Look about that. That was my worst fear. So now I'm just going to cut to... yeah. That was held on by one, that was.
Two.
There we go, we fling that in the recycling. Lovely jubbly.
That's the other one there, isn't it? Might as well take them out, there's no point in me sitting there. Right.
Yeah. So that's it.
Disc out.
There's the inside of my arch. I've got I haven't got coilovers on here because I didn't want it any lower than it is. In fact, I want it higher so I can put bigger wheels on. Right, yeah. Now we've got Ant's just got to get the disc, which is a 380mm disc. Let's have a look at that. Whoa, look at that. Christmas. Oi, oi. Look at that. Lovely. That is nice. 380mm disc. And there's a difference. So don't look at that. It don't look like that. Yeah, there is a lot in here.
About, what's that? 380s instead of 320s.
Yeah, I'm interested to see
so
the
you're
clearance.
looking near on an inch bigger all round, aren't you?
So with the disc and the caliper on, we should still have like an inch. Oh, look at that. That looks bollocks, mate. That looks nice. Woohoo!
It looks beauty.
Doesn't it? Now, have we got them the right way round? Is that labelled left and right?
Left, so that we need the other one.
The other one, yeah, I thought so. Because that surprised me. I thought the power went that way, but they're saying do it the opposite way.
The opposite way for airflow.
For airflow. That. Now, Ant's just seeing the caliper up on the disc. Just because we haven't had to grind anything off yet. And on every other YouTube video I've seen with big brakes, they've got the mountings, the caliper mountings have to be ground down. But in this case, look at that. That looks...
fitted perfectly.
That is square as anything. The spaces between the bracket and the disc looks the same. Right, let's see how she fits. That's the pad. And the pads with a little yellow edging on them. So, there it is, attached, the long-awaited Brembo calipers. This is the second set I've bought. The first set was from a 911 and I couldn't get the brackets, so love no money, which is madness. Anyway, I'll cut there and how long do we stick the wheel on, Ant? Because my battery's going to go. Try the wheel.
Try it in a minute.
Yeah? Alright then.
Well, literally, I'll just nip this up and we'll try the wheel.
Okay. Yeah, pointless wiring it up if it don't fit. Let me move the other brake caliper, you won't be able to turn that wheel. Yep.
What's done with the cable?
I'm going to have to let that hang.
What's done with the key, mate?
The key,
Good question.
pass.
Yeah, I'll pass it.
There, is that it down the end where you are? On the ramp? No. In the office, buy a cup of tea.
Very possible, mate.
Right, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Where's the fucking keys? For the pudding, does she fit? Oh, how close is it, Ant? Oh,
She's close.
That is lovely. But we got about ½ inch there, haven't we? It's the fucking bollocks, mate. Yeah, and there it is.
Look at those babies.
There it is. The
Now
Brembo.
we've just got to get it working. Add the points and bleed her off.
That looks lovely. Nice and clean. New wheels, new tyres, new discs, new calipers, new pads, new brake lines. We've got the braided, let me show you the brake lines. We've got the braided brake lines, which are, oh, let me show you the brake lines. Pop, 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 pop. Right, there we go. We've got two brake lines which are braided, and then we've got that protective layer on top. There you go. Nice. Yeah, so there's our brake lines. And I think Ant's going to need one of these now. How's that looking, Ant?
Looking good, mate. Let's get all this air out.
Tickety boo.
See what she pumps up like.
Look at that nice setup there. Now that connects up brilliant. Every YouTube video I've watched, we've seen modifications done to the bracket. We haven't had to modify the bracket in any way, or the mounting. Yep, straight. And look at that lovely job, nice and clean. Go on the Brembos. So we're just bleeding the brakes, getting the air out of the system, and I think my man might want me to push the pedal down for him. And
got the pressure set up on there at the moment at the top here.
okay, right. Let's have a look at this. Right, so we can see the pressure gauge there. Right. Got the bottle there to collect it when it comes through the loop. It's a better system than one person in the car pushing the pedal down. But yeah, we can see the pressure there. Don't know if we'll see that change or not.
Probably not. I've pumped her up a fair bit. All we got here is jump on this one, mate. Look. See the arm.
Here we go. There she goes. Down the pipe. And into the bowl. And then you keep going until you've got no air. And that's your brakes are bled. Lovely job, Ant.
Let's see what we got.
I'm so lucky to have a good mechanic, people. If you're in Canterbury, I'll give you the link at the end of this video. Modern and Classic Auto MOT Centre, Windcheap, Canterbury. Bring your cars here, get them MOT'd, serviced, repaired. Oh, that's tight, isn't it? Nice bit of grip on there. And there we go on the second nipple, on the back one. The top one, sorry. There's the air. Here she comes. And again down to the bowl. And we keep going till all the air bubbles are gone. And we just got fluid. Are we winning, Ant?
Getting there, mate.
And that's it. Lovely jubbly. One side bled.
Now pumped up, I'm just going to do them again.
Make sure. There we go. Let's check that pipe. That's nice, that bottle up there, to keep the pressure on, isn't it? Brilliant little gadget. Be interesting to feel the difference on the foot, you know.
Let's just wash them off. I don't want to get you.
Did you manage to fit the brake sensor?
That sensor, mate, those pads had a really nice slot for it. Yeah, this is in a slightly different spot because normally it would sit in between those two grooves.
Okay.
But she's still all nice and clamped, all nicely out of the way. Absolutely spot on,
brilliant.
mate. Spot on.
Brilliant. I did wonder about that, whether
Yeah.
I'd have to get it decoded or not.
No,
Oh,
she's
that's
sweet.
nice.
Better
Lovely.
than wrapping it up and hiding it away.
Oh, God, yeah. And I've seen that done on a cut. And that is it. There we have one set of Brembo brake calipers, 6 piston, 380mm drilled vented disc, inside a 19-inch apex wheel. There you go. So we've bled the brakes, now we've just got to try them out. Let them bed themselves in, and then the next video we'll be doing the rear. Lovely bit of jewellery for the motor. Now we can stop the thing, we can get the thing powered up. Nice. Go on, take up the road, then. Yeah, baby. Look at that. Nice. Nice, we're getting there. We are getting there. We're getting the jobs ticked off one by one. And there we go. And they went on smoothly. Smooth as anything. Look at that. Oh my God. We are in the game. What's it stop like, Ant?
She's sweet.
Look at that through the...
Get embedded in there.
Reef tow car. It's big break time. And we're here at Ant's garage. There's Ant. Say hello, Ant.
Hello, mate.
Alright, we're here at Ant's garage and we're going to take the wheel off. And we're going to make sure, first of all, that the bracket lines up with the caliper mounting. If the bracket doesn't line up with it, it's going to be a no-go. There we go. That's that. Anyway, I will let's take the wheel off and have a look.